Y'all, welcome to a very special release day episode of the new Moon Soap.
Y'all, we are California kids born and raised.
So there's one way we knew summer was coming. A commercial would appear during your afternoon cartoon somewhere in early April for the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk in the warm California sun. Boardwalk!
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. We're so glad to see you. If you happen to be here during our live premiere, would you join the chat and meet the Whiff Pack? They're an awesome group of folks hanging out from all over the world, and they'd love to meet you, too.
So for our mention today, I had to bust out my body cream from Moon Soaps. It's definitely like half full now because I've had way too much fun. But
Absolutely.
This stuff
gorgeous.
Wonderful.
And what a coconut scent, which Melody says is hard to do. And yet, here we are.
Well, this one is a Tahitian coconut. And I have to say, with summer here, I've really busted this out a little bit more after a nice shower or bath. It is just nice and enjoyable. As soon as I hop in bed, I still get whiffs of the coconut. And it is great.
And y'all, we just put the Octavia bar soap in our shower. It was phenomenal. Wisps of cotton candy. So Zach and Melody, thank you not just for creating some of the most amazing scents in the artisan shaving soap world, but the bombs and the brushes and the aftershaves and everything else that go along with it. Y'all, amazing. And they do it all themselves about 90 miles south of here. Nestled right in the middle of the California coastline is the little beach town of Santa Cruz, where Moon Soaps is from. Y'all, this is what they know. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at moonsoaps.com.
Our Santa Cruz fragrance blend captures the essence of sun-drenched summer days spent in the iconic beach town of Santa Cruz, California, where Moon Soaps resides. Surfing is a big deal in Santa Cruz. If you surf anywhere in the world, you know about Santa Cruz. Some of my fondest summer memories revolve around surfing on the beach. I recall several occasions of my father calling in sick to work when the waves were particularly good and suiting up for long summer days in the water. We would all squeeze into the single bench seat of his 51 Chevy, my dad, my brother, my buddy Justin, and I, boards hanging out over the tailgate, and head off to the beach. We would cover our boards with surf wax that was not only sticky, but incredibly fragrant.
The Santa Cruz fragrance is really rooted here in the intoxicating scent of the Pina Colada surf wax, original brand to remain unnamed, that we used as kids. Nothing could ever capture the laid-back summer vibes more than knee paddling on a longboard out to where the sweet smell of pineapple and coconut surround you on a warm afternoon. As we sat on our boards with the lighthouse off in the distance and to the right of the boardwalk and the pier over our shoulder, the kelp would sway softly around our legs and the taste of salt would be on our lips. The tide would roll in and we were off. If Justin got on my wave, I would typically surf up next to him and jump on his board in a hostile pirate-like takeover. This was our local playground. We were surrounded by friends and neighbors. And we were there, not just to catch the waves, but for a good time and camaraderie.
Surf sessions would often finish with burgers and fries at the Tip Top Diner out at the end of Mission Street. Surf movies were always playing on multiple TV screens, and stories and tall tales of the day were shared and often debunked. The owner, Jimmy, a high school friend of my dad, would pull up a chair, and the mohawk-clad cook, Matt, would chime in from the window at the kitchen. It was high volume, high energy, and I loved every second of it.
And I love this sales page, y'all, because they're creating a scent memory for us. And I love that they give us these sort of movie posters so that we know exactly where they want to take us and the depths of work that have been done here. I'm excited. Okay, we expanded on the pineapple and coconut surf wax notes with the addition of banana. Highly. This is where we pay tribute to Marini's on the Wharf and their legendary banana saltwater taffy. They've been a Santa Cruz favorite for over 100 years and are absolutely synonymous with summer days down at the beach. Finally, we take the fragrance to the sand itself. We created a fragrance accord from sandalwood, amber, mahogany, vanilla, and cocoa butter and caramel that give a real sense of warm sand on the Santa Cruz main beach. The base accord, when added to the top notes of banana, coconut, and pineapple, pull everything together to form an incredible beach fragrance that brings me back to growing up in Santa Cruz. Write what you know. There you go.
My goodness. The label artwork was inspired by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Built in 1907, it's the oldest coastal amusement park in California and is probably what the town of Santa Cruz is best known for. It's a vibrant coastal haven where the sound of rhythmic waves blend with the vintage carousels, steam organ, calliope music. Classic amusement rides, vintage pinball machines, and the 100-year-old wooden roller coaster all add to the nostalgia of this tourist destination. The kelp-like filigree on the label gives a retro beach vibe, and the color palette Melody chose really matches the fragrance perfectly.
This scent will take you to a sunset where the bright pinks and purples light up the sky behind the roller coaster and turn the sea foam into a pastel masterpiece. Summers are special here, immortalized in song and story, and now, in a scent, let us welcome you to Santa Cruz. Wow. Y'all!
I'm excited!
Love it! And my very first trip to the boardwalk was magical. Y'all, if you ever do make your way to Santa Cruz, let me tell you where to park. About 20 miles away. Mm-hmm. Why? Because it's a railroad camp called Roaring Camp, and it's kind of been rebuilt the way an imaginative railroad village would be back in like 100 years ago. You get on the train and you take it through, it's open air, through the redwoods, down right to the boardwalk. I mean, you step out of the train, boop, you're standing on the boardwalk. Y'all, and then you spend the day there. Mm-hmm. It was absolutely magical and helped bring together the majesty of nature that surrounds this little beach town. And it's the only carousel left that I know of where you can reach out and grab the brass ring for yourself. Let's get our own and open this box.
There may not be two sets in here. We were warned.
So Zach and Melody have actually become two of our better friends, not just in the shaving world, but in the world in general. So this was sent to us for free to review, but we promise to do our absolute best to describe it for you as best we can. And this is the box for Melody. Y'all, she always does such beautiful stuff on the boxes, the little stickers and the little...
How do you not know that's a moon box? I mean, come on.
Thank goodness. It was one of the first artisans we found in this
And
world.
we are lucky enough to be one of the first people to smell this because this is going to drop before y'all...
This was sent a couple of days early so we could get this review episode out to y'all.
Whoa!
Oh, y'all!
No way!
We didn't just get stickers. We got a Santa Cruz sticker. Y'all, this is awesome. Thank you.
I really, if you see people around here, they all have the Santa Cruz bumper stickers, and I really tried to almost order us sweatshirts to get here in time, but it wasn't going to happen. So
usually with a surfboard attached to the roof.
Yeah.
This is great. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, dear Marcus and Sarah, thank you for all your love and support. We truly appreciate you and value our friendship. Let's have it get together soon. I've enclosed both sets. The black tissue is the Union Barbershop set for your 300th episode. Looking forward to seeing what do y'all think. Zach and Melody, warmest regards.
Of course, warmest regards.
Y'all! Oh my God, we are so excited. Yeah, y'all, for our 300th episode, we had totally planned to do the barbershop set from Moon Soaps, and this just happened to be within a couple of weeks of it. So, y'all, we are getting totally spoiled by Moon Soaps here this week.
Presentation at Moon Soaps is no joke. Let me just say.
No kidding.
All right, we had to make sure these sets made it here, so. Woo! Okay, here, not the black one. Hold this one.
Oh, there it is.
And then... I can't wait to see these colors.
I've only seen the label once, right? Only online. Let's see.
Okay. So this is their 10th soap, right? That's dropping?
Yes, right.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Drum roll, please.
Let's see.
And... Oh, wow. Those colors. I mean...
Look at that.
On.
Oh, man. How beautiful is that? The yellow and teal.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Here we go. Ooh, I know. I hate to ruin it. The tissue paper, the little sticker.
All right. Bjorn, we've waited for this for a while, right? So.
There it is.
Yay!
Oh, perfect branch.
Oh, yay!
Oh, we have been waiting for 6 months for a new Moon Soap, but I think it's time. Let's have our beachy first impression. Okay, she gets to go first, y'all. Now, we have seen these set notes because we have been looking at the sales page for the last few days, but y'all, I was absolutely beguiled to see that the version we got this morning, which was the final version, had cotton candy.
Okay, but it has definitely been a while since I've been to actual Santa Cruz. I mean, the cool thing is, it's a very different beach. It's
Yeah.
not like when you go to Southern California to some of those beaches.
Right.
Like a Northern California, Santa Cruz boardwalk vibe is a different beach. So
very
just
true.
because you've been to the beach, you have not been to Santa Cruz. But maybe now we can.
Yeah. Our waves are sometimes a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
The water's a little bit colder. It's a little bit
You'll
more
need a
for the
sweatshirt.
professional surfer going to Stinson rather than his Huntington Ranch. Those kind of things. So, you know, a little bit more of the surfers, I think, in NorCal.
Okay, but being from California is a place. Okay. Oh, it's a lighter color pour for those who like to see.
Melody did say this one was going to be a little bit different. So let's see.
Okay, don't get your nose too close. I'm smelling things already. Long whiff, but it's a good one.
She smiled before she left the tub. Y'all, I saw it.
Okay, well, I'm like remembering what we read, but
Right.
there are fun little pieces that are in here.
Yeah?
Like it does start off with pina colada, then I got some pineapple, then I definitely got the beachy, salty kind of sandy vibe coming through. Like, so where you think it's gonna get really sweet, like some of our other summer ones, it starts to take a turn, and then it's a real place. Like I do get the outdoorsy, like at the beach vibe instead of just the pina colada vibe.
Right.
I'm not getting crazy caramel vibe.
Right.
But I'm definitely more at an outdoor boardwalk, like sweets in the air. So I'm not holding the cotton candy caramel in my hands, but you can tell it's fresh and it's around.
Nice.
Like I really get the perfect throwback to like the carefree boardwalk, roaming around, getting your tickets. Like, you know, there's just a different day spending your day at the boardwalk. Like, that comes through. This is undeniably summer.
Right.
Like, I am not there at a different time. I'm definitely there during the summertime. And it's, you know, you'd think from reading that list, like the tropical side would be more in your face. But there's something about it being Santa Cruz that I'm not like Hawaiian tropical. I'm definitely at the Santa Cruz vibe.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get as like fruity, pokey, sweet. It's more real.
Because in Hawaii, there'd be like a banana tree, but in Santa Cruz, there'd be the saltwater taffy banana.
And
So
I definitely kind of get that vibe. There's the perfect amount of like salty in the air from the waves, you know? Like I almost feel like I had been in the ocean with the saltiness, maybe coconut suntan lotion, surf wax kind of thing on me, but I'm hanging out at the beach. So it's cooler, like that salty kind of in the air vibe.
Would you throw me off your towel for saying it's an aquatic?
It's approaching aquatic.
Okay.
But I don't think it's considered only aquatic.
Gotcha.
Does that answer your
approaching
question?
the water, but it's wearing water wings.
There you go.
Okay,
It's approaching.
Makes perfect sense.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to get my nose on before I pass it on to you.
Yeah.
It's really nice because I think I would want this smell on me all day. Like if you were at the beach and you were there all day. It doesn't get too sweet where I would be overwhelmed by that. I feel like if you had to describe what it was like to be in Santa Cruz and no one had been there before, and you took a whiff of this is exactly what you picture in the movies and the TV shows of like hanging at the boardwalk, California vibe. Like that commercial song should smell like this.
All right. It is time, y'all. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
I brace yourself. It'll be a good time.
I don't know why I'm getting kind of a Scooby-Doo vibe from all of this. Maybe it's just the colors from your shirt.
Yeah, the 70s kind of thing.
Who knows?
I don't know.
All right, here we go.
But it's been there for 100 years. Like, it's a known staple. So.
Okay, here we go.
I can't get over this label. I just keep staring at it. See, it deserves a long whiff, y'all.
Whoa. Okay, the coconut and banana are coming together in a really beautiful way that I've never really experienced.
I think that's what I was trying to say. Like, it's not the normal tropical.
No. And then, like, this creaminess took over that is kind of like a creaminess that your nose does find in the saltwater taffy.
Yep.
Oh, and then it dives down into the water. It's almost like the day, because you arrive at the boardwalk before you can get to the water. You have to go through all the crazy stuff first, and then the beach is second, right? So it's almost like, I'm passing the roller coaster and the saltwater taffy first, and then I hit the sand, and then I hit the water. And y'all, certain films have a certain cast over them so that they appear sort of colder or warmer or bluer or more industrial or something like that. It's at the very last minute, and a certain like blue filter will be put over the whole thing. Y'all, while these are all scents that I know, there is sort of this like filter of fun that is put over the scent. So it's not really the banana that you know. It's not really the pineapple that you know. It's not really the creaminess of the lotions that you know. It's not really the sand or the water that you know. It's like you're watching a movie or that commercial for the boardwalk, and this like dreamy cast with like little bits of glitter and nostalgic vignette corners has been like brought forward. So you're kind of brought to the boardwalk, but you're brought to the boardwalk in the 80s, in that nostalgic place and time. So it's not just going to be the sand and everything else that brings you back. There's going to be an 80s song playing. There's only going to be 80s merchandise at the little games that you play. It's that. It just like takes you totally back to a more vintage time. Hold on. She got scared off when we just shot the firework episode, but she came back for Santa Cruz.
She smelled it. She wanted to come check it out.
So yeah, y'all, just this beautiful, like they've taken all these scents, you know, and they've given them this gorgeous twist of nostalgia as they all come together.
I think that's what I meant by like, I'm just hanging out at the boardwalk. It's that vibe of like having fun. That's your only agenda for the day.
And y'all, this is my new Spriggles bowl from Haley's Artisan. I thought it was a fitting choice for this whimsical soap today.
See how soft it is for y'all. Oh, it has a little oomph to it.
Nice.
So not completely.
Right. Oh, very nice. And this, y'all, is my Hemingway brush made by Zach at Moonsoaps. Look at the coin. This was made by a tree that had fallen near their house. And Zach looked at it.
From Santa Cruz.
Saw my brush inside. I know, the brush is from Santa Cruz.
It's straight up from there.
Love it.
Someone likes it.
Oh, a little fruit salad for
You
her.
like it? You smell it? I see. Yeah, I know.
This is our brand new bougie sprayer from Sean and Julie Smaldridge. Thanks, you guys.
I can't get over this label, y'all. Look at it's gorgeous.
Color. You know what's cool for me is the banana is kind of the star here, but banana is a long whiff. Banana takes like to get all the banana. So the cool thing is, like I think you said at the beginning, like it takes you 2/3 of the way to that banana, and then, like being on that train in the Redwoods, it takes a turn. And it stays with you, but it's like the outskirts of the banana scent start to like meld with the outskirts of the coconut, with the outskirts of the cotton candy, with the outskirts of the sand.
Pineapple's in there too.
But I love it has that primary note just to welcome you in and remind you that suntan lotion is on your shoulder.
And it's summer. Like, I don't know why, but that just puts me in like the summer vibe. You know, it's not, it just takes you into vacation mode, adventure mode, having fun.
Yep. Back when I used to wear suntan lotion, not sunscreen. You know what I mean? We used to put on a little extra oil to help it sizzle.
I do remember just even the sounds of the boardwalk, like come to me as soon as I hear that, like the carnival games, the roller coaster, the different things happening, like it, and then you hear it out of the other ear, like the ocean, you know, like it just, everything was combined together.
Okay. So y'all, in this, I get primarily the fruit notes, the coconuts, the bananas, beautiful. Okay. In this, I get a lot more of the water and the sand, and a little bit more of the wisp of the caramel and the cotton candy. So, y'all, this is the Santa Cruz Breakers whiff. Here we go, y'all. On 3, 1, 2. Okay, get ready for the beach. Here it comes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, y'all, that's a real place.
Yeah, this is more of the tropical fruits. This is more of that place, sitting in the hot sand.
Yeah.
And you know what? Before I start to paint you more of a picture, let's go back to the original recipe. All right, y'all, so back to the sales page at moonsoaps.com.
Santa Cruz shaving soap is a creamy and tropical blend of coconut, ripe banana, juicy pineapple, sweet vanilla cotton candy.
Y'all! Vanilla cotton candy. That's what's doing it. That's what's giving it that little comforting, familiar edge, right?
But that's almost making me think of the saltwater taffy vibe. Right. Like that just, I'm in both of those little huts right there.
That's in here. That's in the lather. And then amber.
Oh, yep.
Warm beach sand.
It's here.
There.
I know they explained how they made it, but it's definitely here.
Caramel and a touch of cocoa butter.
I knew it.
Love it!
Yeah. Okay. The matching aftershave splash expands on these notes with the addition of a dark coconut for a very refined finish.
Y'all?
Well, I guess we're supposed to open it.
I don't mean to alarm you, but we have a reformulation here. It's going to be a little bit different in the soap and the splash.
Okay.
And I love that because there's other little nooks and crannies that might just click together. Woo! Well, then if we're going to open this, we might need to go a little bit deeper under the waves. So, y'all, we have a couple of soaps in the cabinet that are reminiscent of a lovely tropical drink, but for me, this is a lot different. I'm getting much more of a vibe and a place with this.
No, I would agree. And it's interesting because reading that list, what I think I had in my head
Right.
versus what we're actually smelling. It has the signature Moon Soaps 5
that
of just
charm.
that different thumbprint. That
Yep.
charm's there.
I don't know how, but y'all, we have Astoria, we have Warmest Regards, Bixby, Amaretto. That I would know that they are a moon soap, not because of the notes, not because of any similarity, because of the charm. And y'all, I have heard it across the community. There is just something beguiling and charming and beautiful. Like an artist, like your favorite artist who has a signature.
Right.
You're not sure what it is. Something in the curve of the face, something in the color of the shirt. But there is just something about your favorite artist that makes them your favorite. There is something about the scents of the moon soaps that just give it such charm and character and are the perfect match for our little shaving experience.
I can't wait to see
here
where
we
this
go.
happens and the dry down happening. And
I love that this is so different than the others because this one really takes you like outside on an adventure, right?
But who else better to do Santa Cruz?
I know.
Than Moon
They
Soaps.
say right what you know.
Come on, Zach and Melody,
So
there you
I'm
go.
smelling a little bit more for coconut here. You ready? Here we go.
But a darker coconut.
Right.
Or it may not even matter. See what you get. Well, it might matter.
Oh, y'all, I'm not even getting the individual notes in this. I'm getting it all at once as if I'm just walking down the boardwalk and somebody said, what is that you're smelling? I don't know. It's the boardwalk.
That's okay.
The whole thing, right? Oh, y'all.
Yeah.
I love that they're taking the part of the banana that is the most mouth-watering and almost like pulling that part alone out and
did
having
say
that
ripe
melt
banana,
and with the
so-
saltwater taffy idea.
Oh, banana saltwater taffy.
So hold on, before we do this, we do not do shaving here at the Barbershop Duet. However, we realize that there is great value to seeing how the lather actually goes on the face. So y'all, before we dive into that,
Let's see. Oh, how's the ladder fit?
look at that, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful. Would you like to do the honors?
Yes. Bust out your brush here. Oh, that does feel glorious.
Y'all, look at how that cover is just beautifully slick and fabulous. So, that being said, now that you've got a little bit of that going on, what if I were to bring some of this into the equation?
Okay, let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, there's... Interesting. The darker coconut actually made the rest brighter.
Y'all, banana-centered to be sure, but I don't think it'd be wrong for saying it gets a little bit beachy, it gets a little bit sandy, it gets a little bit boozy, it gets a little bit fruity.
Yeah, if I want a summer escape, that's where I'm going.
There's some wood in this.
There is. There's or whatever that kind of thing that made the sand.
Yeah!
That's so
Right.
In California, there are times where the beach is cooler and it has a different smell than the hot sand.
Right.
So if you're sitting on the beach and you dig your feet under the warm sand and you get to the cold sand, that has a different smell.
Yes, right. Not unlike a beautiful clay, right? Sort of an idea, like a wet, sandy idea. Yes. And y'all, if you do know California beaches, a lot of the experience is the heat of the afternoon. But a lot of the experience is getting there in your hoodie before the marine layer has really cooked off and it's still a little bit cool out there on the beach. That's what this captures too. Are you getting
you
that?
smell it? Yeah.
That's what the splash does
And
for me.
I'm getting more of the vanilla cotton candy as it's drying down
Right.
and the little caramely side. Like, it's gentle though. It's not, it's just real.
Right.
Does it make sense?
Yeah,
it's real
absolutely.
sweet. It's not like it's candied. It's real. Oh my, that woody, dark coconut. I'm glad you went with that because I smell it here.
100%.
Like, this is like where you start your day surfing. And then this is where it's starting to have the sun go down. And
The sunset wisp, right?
That's what's happening here. So, before we forget, I wanted to mention this fun little snazzy shirt I'm wearing.
Yeah, we do kind of have a small connection to the surf and tiki scene of the 1960s. My mom was adopted when she was born. Actually, she was born in secret. She was born on the oncology unit of Dameron Hospital in Stockton, California, and hustled down the back stairs to the loading dock where my adopted grandparents met her because they were hiding her from someone, and we've never been able to figure it out. Even discovering my maternal grandmother's identity a decade ago yielded way more questions than answers. So, y'all, it's kind of funny. We don't know, except that my biological grandmother owned Peg's Tiki Togs, which is still in existence as the store Exoticals in Downey, California. She sold it to the guy who owned the hardware store next door 30, 40 years ago. But, y'all, my grandma owned a Polynesian tiki store, and we scoured the internet when we discovered who she was. And we found one shirt that still had her label hand sewn in the back of it. It says Peg's Tiki Togs. In fact, This is the little placard that used to sit on her desk. So we don't know that much about her.
But we've got these.
She loved Polynesian stuff, and she loved the surf and tiki scene of the 60s in California. So, Grandma, this one's for you, and Zach and Melody. I don't know a single lady type who is not a wet shaver. Y'all, the last Epilady went out 30 years ago. So, y'all, what a fantastic scent for you to keep in your den for your wife or girlfriend to steal. Because what a phenomenal tropical scent, while still having a really beautiful, sophisticated balance, that this is way more than something you would just pick up at Target.
No, and this vibe here, it really is a place. Yeah. So I feel like it will, works on either of us, but there is something that you can connect to it no matter where you want to go. This is a fun trip to Santa Cruz, I gotta say.
Absolutely, and I love that you can smell within it the fact that they live there. They grew up there. They know what they're introducing us to. So, Zach and Melody, thank you for inviting us into your world and letting us spend a little time on this sun-drenched beach this afternoon.
Yeah, you nailed it. If we had to explain Santa Cruz to anyone, I feel like it's in a tub right here.
I'm not going to tell you what the boardwalk's about here. Just open your nose. Smell this first. Right?
This will take you there.
So it's pretty simple. Y'all just be on your very first trip to the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. They're going to point you in the direction of the Ferris wheel. Well, there's no seatbelts on that Ferris wheel. And that thing you're on starts tilting back like you're going to fall out. And you've never had a panic attack before in your life, but you're just about to get your own! So head over to moonsoaps.com where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Santa Cruz. A scent that gets more fun and more interesting and more alluring the longer you wear it. Y'all, hour number 3, Sarah and I were like, are you discovering this new? Yes, I am. And y'all, when I'm mixing music, a lot of times I'll mute the strings because I'm like, I don't even hear them in there. But once they're muted, I'm like, oh boy, were they there. Y'all, the balance on this is what I love most because I equate it to fine music. All of the instruments are at the exact perfect intensity to click, click, click together. Some of them in such a way that you're not even sure how you're sensing them, except that they're there to create the most magnificent vibe of the most magnificent place and time. And that is how I like my shaves best. Zach and Melody, thank you for this. Welcome to Messages.
So let's keep this summer fun going, and we decided to have a $20 gift card giveaway to Phoenix Artists in Accoutrement.
Yeah, y'all didn't be eligible. Just send us an email here to WeSetYou at thebarbershopduet.com. The only way we will do these giveaways on YouTube. And be a subscriber here to the Barbershop Duet. Go check out what Douglas and Fran have going on over at PhoenixArtistsInAccoutrements.com. Check back here on August 3rd to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck. So we used to have a lot of exchange students that would stay with us growing up. And it's funny to see what people from other countries have in their mind of life in California and stuff. So when they got to us, they immediately wanted to go to the beach. They didn't realize that we didn't live at the beach. So when we would take them to Santa Cruz or somewhere fun, their eyes would just explode because that's what they thought of when they think of California. And there is something in the scent that I feel like is the perfect description of the scent escape of what you'd want to think of when you think California coast. It's just here.
All of the charm of the fruits, all of the warmth of the sand, all of the spray of the sea, with a little bit of cotton candy over the top of all of it to remind you that you are on a vacation and you're having a great time out here in our sun.
And it's super fun because we have a lot of friends in our YouTube chats that are international. They're everywhere. So to paint that picture of Santa Cruz for them, this is the coolest idea that they can actually just smell this.
A little bit of the suntan lotion from the person on my right and a little bit of the drink from the person on my left. Y'all, this is all of it. This is just that fun day here with us on the beach.
I'm so glad you took time to put this scent together and make sure this was how you wanted it to be because you couldn't have nailed this better.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought there were any empty lanes in our Moonsoap collection, but yet here we are. I am so grateful to have this one. And Zach and Melody, we so appreciate you sending this out for free and helping support our little show.
Yeah, and for being such awesome friends. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell way more fun just watching this.